had to check in and get my permit so I can get started first thing in the morning tomorrow. And apparently, you cannot check in until the morning of your hike. I'm not sure what my plans are for today. Maybe just go try to find a day hike or something. Start this morning. I couldn't check out from my room that I had rented until 8 o'clock, which was 8 o'clock Central Time. And the place where I got my permits is actually in Eastern Time, so I lost an hour, plus it was almost an hour drive. So now I'm driving actually back into Central Time to start from Presque Isle. Should still have plenty of time to hike and be at camp well before dark. So just a few miles out from the starting point, and I will check in once we get on the trail. A little bit rainy and drizzly this morning. Went ahead and put the pack cover on. I did not put my raincoat on unless it starts raining harder. It just gets too hot too quick. Alright, we are headed for LC10, I believe, Little Carp 10. Starting with lots of up. Well, I know you never can tell on video. That's very steep. You can't even see part of the down there. Then I'm guessing we go back up. You can hear the waves crashing out on Lake Superior. We, however, get to do more up. So I thought this looked like a good place to stop, take a break, get a little snack. Almost all of the food I brought for this trip is stuff I freeze dried. So right now we're trying some bananas. Very good. My cheese is getting a little bit crunched, but that's alright. Now I got some meals I can throw the broken pieces in. And it's definitely still edible. It's very crunchy, like Cheez-Its. Actually, it's better than Cheez-Its. The first river crossing. But I think I can keep my feet dry. I just cross down that way a little bit. Keep stopping and checking the time because it feels way later than what it actually is. Between the overcast sky and the deep woods. I keep thinking I'm going to be running out of daylight, but it's only actually 3 o'clock. I'm doing pretty good. Well, that's not ideal. Yay for steps and a bridge. Oh, happy day. We get to leave the Lake Superior Trail and head out on Little Carp. Alright, I'm just going to take a real short break here, try out my trekking pole selfie stick. I got a camera mount for my trekking pole. It seems to be working pretty good. I thought I'd do a quick summary of my thoughts on the Lake Superior Trail from Presque Isle, is I guess how it is actually pronounced. I can't say I'm a big fan. I think it could be a little bit better maintained. There's just a lot of really deep ravines that are just super steep going down and coming up. You can tell they've washed out, so up and downs aren't a big deal. I mean, that's part of hiking, but it just is very slick. Be a real easy place to get hurt. I have to say I was warned about it. I chose not to listen, so I guess that's on me, but it's a new trail. I haven't done it yet, so I always like to find new places. But Sandy, you were right. Not a great trail. I think I will, if I come back and do another loop here, I probably will skip that section. Unfortunately, I have to go back that way because my Jeep is at Presque Isle, so I get to do that one twice. Trader Falls. Just a little short hike off the main trail. Apparently, we get to cross the river. See if I can keep my feet dry on this one. Trying to scout out the best route here. Well, I'd call it 90% successful. One slightly wet foot, which I wouldn't worry about too much, but it's going to get down to 35 tonight. I don't really want a frozen shoe in the morning. Hopefully it'll dry. Well, we made it. Home for the night. Get to listen to the sounds of the river. Beautiful, beautiful spot. Get my water boiling for dinner. Looks like it'll be smoked chicken and rice tonight. While my dinner's rehydrating, we'll make up a peanut butter chocolate protein smoothie. See how those taste. Trust me, it smells as good as it looks. This was actually smoked in a smoker at home by my husband and added to rice that I made. I am very hungry. It started getting dark. I wanted to get in my tent. It's supposed to be really cold tonight, down in the mid-30s. So I wanted to get in here. I didn't want to stay out and get cold. Dinner was great. Food bag is hung, and hopefully I'll have a little bit of time in the morning. I can show you the campsite a little bit more. It's a really, really nice one. So I think I'm going to watch a TV show. I downloaded a few. There is absolutely no cell service. I haven't had any since there was none at Presque Isle, and there's not been any on the trail. I mean, I checked a couple times. I didn't bother too often. But I downloaded a couple TV shows. A few episodes of Alone, and seemed kind of appropriate. And the last few episodes of Manifest I haven't seen. So I think I will watch one of my shows and hopefully have a good night's sleep. And I will talk to you in the morning. Good morning. Thought I'd show you a quick look at the full camp. This is LC10 and it is humongous. A great one if you have several people. Have plenty of nice level spots for multiple tents. Some trees, you could get some hammocks in here. Plenty of fresh flowing water just down the hill. Great spot. Here's a quick peek at LC9. Quite a bit smaller than 10 was. It looks like you got some really nice places to sit. A nice stump that would probably be a good cooking place. And still right on the river. So unless you have a big group, this would probably be a really nice site as well. I would stay here. View from LC9. Pretty nice. Another river crossing. I don't know if I'm going to stay dry on this one or not. At least it's early. Plenty of time for my shoes to dry. Well, it appears I have arrived to home for the night. I knew they were close. I didn't realize they were this close. And look at that cute stool. I think this is 4 though. I'm gonna go check out my site. Lots of room. No cute stool. Maybe nobody will be at the other one. I can go borrow the stool. Sure wish I knew if I was going to have company tonight. Thinking that that might be a good spot for a tent. Right where I can listen to the river creek babbling all night. Or I could go all the way over here where it would be a little more private. And the ferns are very pretty too. Decisions. Oh, I freeze dried some protein smoothies. I thought it'd be a great way to get some vitamins, a little bit of fruit with it, but also I'm adding protein powder because I figured that's always good for rebuilding muscles after a long day of hiking. Yesterday was peanut butter chocolate, today is strawberry banana. And looks like tonight's dinner is going to be chicken pot pie. This was actually something made by my daughter Casey, and I freeze-dried it so I could enjoy it on the trail. I actually package things in the Mylar bags when I first freeze-dry them, and then before I head out for backpacking, I switch it over to a Ziploc bag. I still bring the one Mylar bag just because I like that they stand up really well. They work really well for keeping the heat in when you're rehydrating. So I just bring one, just reuse it for each meal, but each meal is actually rehydrated in the Ziploc bag. And there's dinner. Chicken pot pie and strawberry banana protein smoothie. Actually sounds really good. So I still don't have any company here, but I did decide to go ahead and set up over in the area that's a little bit more private, mainly because it kind of gets me further away from the cooking and eating area. I think the bears around here are a little bit more of a problem in the modern campground, but there's no point in taking a chance. So this particular campsite, or set of campsites, has a bear pole, which is really nice. I'm hanging, even though I have an ursack, and I actually did a tree hang last night, just because I need to practice, because the ursacks can't be used on the AT from Georgia to Virginia now. So I'm practicing hanging, but brought the ursacks as a backup because I really suck at it. Even the bear poles I struggle with. But I got it. Yay me. Well, mosquitoes are coming out, so I am going to head to bed. So far, I'm liking Little Carp Trail way better than the Lakeshore from Presque Isle. Lakeshore, Lake Superior. I can never remember which one it is. Anyway, Little Carp's are much better. Looking forward to tomorrow. Good morning. All packed up, ready to go. Honestly, everything's been going really well with one exception, but that exception is getting to be a big problem. Was kind of taking stock of things this morning. I've got a fuel canister that's been leaking, and I know I've talked about the freeze-dry food. It's actually working really well, but the problem is I have to rehydrate it, and I rehydrate it with boiling water. So I figure I skipped coffee this morning, which is not a good thing, but you do what you got to do. And I'm figuring I've got 1, maybe 2 nights left, but I definitely don't have 4 nights left of fuel. So I had to make some decisions. I'm able to stay in contact with my husband via my inReach, which turned out to be super helpful this morning. So he got some changes made to my itinerary. Oh, got some sun peeking out. Glad to see the sun. It was cold last night. Really cold. Coldest night yet. Anyway, we are headed for LS4, which is going to be on Lake Superior, so that's kind of exciting. But it is going to be a long hike, and I'm getting a really late start because I've been trying to get everything figured out this morning. So we are going to get hiking. Going to be a long day, but hopefully a pretty sight. I'm not sure what LS4 looks like, but I know we should see the lake, so I will check in throughout the day. And we start right off the bat with a river crossing. Never did get any company last night. In fact, I haven't seen anybody yet this morning, and honestly seen very few people on the whole trail. Busy around the cabins, but other than that, definitely a pretty remote experience. Lily Pond. Beautiful. Mirror Lake. It's beautiful. I haven't updated for a while. I am currently on the Correction Line Trail. That's the trail I'm taking to get from Little Carp to Big Carp, and then Big Carp to Lake Superior Trail. Been a lot of up and down, and a lot of miles today. Alright, so I made it to Big Carp River Trail. It's 4 miles to the mouth of the river. I think it's about 4.5 miles to Lake Superior Trail. And then I'm honestly not sure. I figure I probably got another mile or so to my campsite when I get there. So probably over halfway. So very excited about that. Still trying to keep moving along because it is already about 10 till 3. So I need to keep moving to make sure I'm there before dark. Well, no way the feet are staying dry on this one. It was a good run while we had it. I stepped on this today. Superior Trail. I'm a little bit confused by their sign, but I'm thinking to go west, which is where I want to go. We're going to go down here. I hope so, because I don't want to come back up. Well, crossing the river turned out to be a little bit more of an ordeal than I was expecting. Apparently the bridge is out. But the good news is I am officially on the Lake Superior Trail, which is the last leg of today's journey. I'm guessing maybe a mile, mile and a half. I hope. And a really long day. Good day, but long day. I'm ready for camp. LS4. Very, very happy to be here. Wanted to be here in time to see the sunset. I think we made it. My private beach. After a long, hard day, I thought something hearty would taste really, really good. So tonight, we're doing Swiss steak and mashed potatoes. Comfort food. So this has pretty much been the situation since about 4:30 this morning. And it sounds like we got another 2 hours yet of very, very heavy rain. Ordinarily, I just pack up and go, but I know I have those really, really sketchy ravines that were pretty difficult, pretty unsafe, even when they were dry. I can't imagine what it's going to be like when it's wet. Sounds like I'll have a window around 11 o'clock if I really want to wait that long. I don't know. Decisions. So I packed up pretty much everything I can, except for my sleeping pad, because I don't really want to lay on the damp floor. Even starting to get a little bit of water seeping in. I don't have any idea how much rain we've had. My tent is filthy because it's kicking up, and it just keeps coming down. I'd say my campsite's a little bit wet. Very glad I didn't set my tent over there. Although it's wet enough where it is. Alright, let's get her tore down and going. Well, I will say this was a beautiful sight. Could have done without the, oh gosh, I don't know, at least a half inch or more rain. It's been kind of crazy, to be honest with you. Packed up. Obviously, everything is wet. That means everything is heavy. Trail's going to be slick. Definitely not making the pace that I did yesterday, but hey, the good news is I'm headed for the Jeep. So I will have dry clothes, and I could turn the heater on if I need to. So it's really not too bad temperature-wise. Probably upper 50s. Somewhere around there, and once I get moving, I'll be plenty warm. Just gonna be wet, sloppy. I will try to check in as we go. I'm supposed to actually have a couple hours of a break, so trail's still gonna be super, super sloppy. So I doubt I'll be able to go a lot faster, but it'd be nice not to be getting rained on. Definitely lightened up from what it was earlier, so we're gonna try to make some miles where we can. I think about 7 miles today. So apparently not 7 miles, 6 miles. And we have a bridge. Happy, happy day. Normally this water is crystal clear. Maybe a little brown tinge from the cannons, but this is just mud. You can tell we got lots and lots of rain. Looks like the woodpeckers have been busy. Just had a deer take off ahead of me. I wasn't quick enough to get a picture of him, but there's the deer tracks. Pretty sure this was dry when I crossed it the first time. And now we go up. I had to ditch the raincoat. It's too hot for that. It just doesn't breathe at all. Knowing I am going to where I'm going to have dry clothes, I'll just get wet if I need to. It's still drizzling, but definitely not the downpour that it was before. So hopefully my luck will continue. Like I said before, it looked like I was going to have a few hours break, and then I think 5:30 there was really heavy thunderstorms again. So that's our target goal, is to be to the Jeep before the heavy thunderstorms. So I guess we should keep moving, huh? Guess it's a good thing I'm already wet. That's where I need to go. Embrace the suck, I think, is the phrase for the day. Well, that was just about game over for me. You can't really tell how steep these are, but this is what is making this such an awful trail to try to do in the wet rain. It was bad when it was dry, but it is almost dangerous. There's where I started sliding back down. God, we're hiking poles. Alright, so we're going to change things up just a little bit. I've had too many close calls on the ravine crossings with it being so wet and slick. So I'm actually going to add some mileage, which I know sounds crazy, but I can walk out to the south boundary road, walk that a couple miles to the river trail and take that, and that should avoid a lot of these really steep ravines. And I know I got some that are really sketchy coming up, so a little bit longer but safer hike seems to be the smart move. So we're gonna head this way. So definitely easier walking since this is basically a service road. And I just ran into a young couple headed for the cabin that this road goes to. You have to hike in from the parking lot, and they said that from here, the crossing with this road, the rest of the way into Presque Isle, all the ravines are flooded. So definitely a good choice to go take the road. It would be much better than getting in somewhere and figuring out, hey, not only is it a sketchy crossing, I can't cross at all. So good choice, even with the longer mileage. So I will check in later. Definitely feel like I'm making progress now. I felt like I was moving like a snail earlier. My road walk is almost done. Going to hop on the West River Trail and then back to my Jeep. Last ravine crossing. And look, there's a bridge. Oh, happy day. I'm pretty sure I see a glimpse of blue through the trees, which I'm guessing is a really pretty blue Jeep. Another adventure coming to an end. Been fun, Porkies. And hey, no exploding trees. That's a bonus. Alright. I guess that's it for this one. Until next time.